All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I of course want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Um, Now I just wanted to do a quick video response to this. Now this isn't necessarily towards this individual, this response, but just take this as a warning, man. Okay, just take this. Those of us in the know, let's just take this as a warning on not how to be. All right, that's just a way to put it. Okay, now I actually know this brother in real life. However, as I said, man, this brother, he don't know too much about the scriptures. But with that being said, I truly do think he is sincere with his learning. Okay, but he has a long way to go. And he knows that I said that about him. But with that being said, I think he still has a chance, and he might actually be an Israelite. Okay. But anyway, that's besides the point. He made a video entitled, let's see, says Bill Gates wants clarifications for vaccine and unvaccinated people. Mark of the beast. So I commented because in the video it really didn't make it clear what the mark of the beast was according to him. So I asked him the question. I asked, what is the mark of the beast? And he left a comment on that. It said, probably something you something put in you for medicine. Then I responded and said, let me just move my picture real quick. Okay. It said, no, the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. If you don't know this, you better learn. As I said, man, this is too late in the game now, man. Okay, I mean, this is, if you don't know this, well, then, I mean, this is level one, man. This is level one stuff right here. I mean, everybody, even so-called Christians know. I mean, at this point, even atheists agree the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. And I speak from experience. Okay, even atheists, people who don't even believe in the Bible, agree that, yeah, the mark of the beast, that is talking about the microchip, but they don't even believe in it to begin with. They don't even believe in the scriptures, but even they can acknowledge that that's what it's talking about. Okay? So, I mean, come on, man. Are you really incapable of doing your research and coming to the conclusion that that's what it's talking about, man? And you should be in the know. You should know this stuff. Let's see. I said, what verse says the mark of the beast is the microchip? Now, he's being simple. Okay, is there a verse that says, oh, he's going to put microchip in people? It doesn't say that because back then in the time when it was written, they had a limited, what's the word I'm looking for? Vocabulary. They had a very limited vocabulary on the words that they could use to describe whatever the subject is. Okay, they didn't have the words that we have today. They didn't have the English language back then. Okay? So just because it doesn't say the certain word there, you can't just automatically write it off and say that's not what it's talking about. Say for an example, could I also ask you this? Because you teach that Babylon the Great is the Vatican, which is just a bugged out, foolish ass doctrine. But even according to you, wait a second, how could the Vatican be Babylon if it doesn't say that Vatican's Babylon? It doesn't say it's the Vatican. So how could it be the Vatican then, according to your foolish accusation, according to your foolish statement? Okay? So, hey, you guys are following this guy, man. You guys better check yourself, man. Because I saw a lot of simps. I'm going to call you what you are. A lot of simps in the comment section saying that, yeah, the Reg Nibbler could be right. He could be right with what he's saying. Which, yeah, he could be right. He could be right. He could be right. That's true. But according to the facts that we have, he's incorrect. According to the scriptures, he's incorrect. Now, say for an example, I've got vaccines before. Okay, let's just give a little story, right? A few years ago when I was cutting something, I slipped and I hit my thumb. Let me see if I could show. I don't think there's a mark now, but right there where my joint is, I ended up cutting myself there with the knife. So what happened was, I was cutting whatever I was doing, and then I, slipped and got my thumb. So I had to end up going and getting some stitches. However, they also gave me a tetanus shot because I didn't have one previously. Okay, so did I take the mark of the beast because I took a tetanus shot? The answer is no. And I've taken the flu vaccine before. Now, I don't recommend doing it now, but, when we were children, the majority of us did. Um, so did we take the mark of the beast? The answer is no. Okay, the answer to that is no. Now, let's say this. If they give a vaccine that goes in your hand, I suppose we would say, yes, stay away from that. Okay, because the way the microchip is implanted in somebody, it's put into a syringe and is then put into someone's hand. So basically, it's like a needle that puts it into your hand. But that doesn't mean that all needles are the mark of the beast. Say, for an example, if I go get, let's say, a pin, right? A pin, because that's technically a needle, right? Or a tack, and you press that into your skin. Not saying to do that, but I'm just giving a little scenario. So could one then say that this dude has, a tack in his hand, right? A little metal tack that he pushed into his hand. Does he not have the mark of the beast then? Because it is a syringe. It is it's basically the same needle as as getting a shot. It's pretty much almost identical. And keep in mind I said almost. Okay? So come on, man. I mean, stop being simple. Stop being simple. Just because it doesn't say the word there, it doesn't disqualify it. Okay? Stop being simple. Say, for an example, I remember this. He asked, well, how could the blacks be the real Jews if there's no verse that says that the black people are the Jews? Well, one reason why is because it was common knowledge at that time, so there's really no reason to write about it because everybody knew it at the time it was written. And second of all, there is verses that say that the Israelites were black. Second of all, I should say third of all, the scriptures say that the Most High is black. Right? But these guys don't really want to deal with that stuff, though. Like I said, no verse because he did not have RFID or microchip in his vocabulary. Stop being simple. You better learn this soon, man. It's not a joke. Then he said, you can't prove it's the chip. Then if you can't give me a verse, you're going off your own understanding. Right, and he's right there. The scriptures say, for many have deceived themselves by their own vain faults and opinions. However, brother, once again, this topic is very simple to understand. Okay, now can I show you where it literally uses the word RFID microchip? No, and I explained why that is. Okay, I explained how it is. And again, I'm going to ask you the same question. How is Babylon the Great the Vatican City if it does not say it's the Vatican City? So how would you explain that then? So you see how simple this dude is? Hey, look, brother, if you don't know this stuff this late in the game, man, then I really don't know what to tell you, man. All right, I'm happy I'm not you. That's all. I'm just happy that I'm not you. That's just a good way to put it. Okay. Because this brother could receive salvation, but if you take that microchip, man, then you ain't gonna get saved. You got other guys on there like rock upon them. Oh, Sunday law, Sunday law. It's the mark of the beast isn't no Sunday law, man. That's bullshit right there. There ain't no such thing as no Sunday law. That's foolishness. Okay, but that's what these SDA Christians believe because they don't know nothing. All right, they still believe that God's white. Right, that sweet Jesus died for everybody, which is not in the scriptures as well. That's not in the scriptures. But anyway, I digress. Then I said, a mark in the forehead or in the hand. What else is this if not the RFID chip? Yeah, what else is it, man? It's not talking about a vaccine. You know why? Because yeah, you can get a vaccine, but that goes in your arm. I've never seen somebody get a vaccine inside their hand. I've never seen it. Never seen it. Okay, the only thing that I've seen that came close is they had to give my thumb a little bit of a shot. They had to put something in my thumb in order to, numb up the area. Okay, that's the only thing that I could say that could come close. Okay, but still, if that being said, that's not the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is a microchip. Okay, if you can't get that, then you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so we're just going to come out and say anybody who doesn't teach the mark of the beast is a chip is unintelligent. We're just going to say that. And they clearly are unlearned. Okay, this isn't up for debate, man. All right, this isn't up for debate. Same thing with Babylon the Great being America. That's not up to debate. It's just a fact. If you don't know it, well, then you don't know it. It's that simple. Okay, this really isn't a time for, debate back and forth. This isn't that time, man. Okay, it's either you're with what we're teaching or you're not. Okay, it's just that simple. And if you can't get it, then hey, we're moving on, as Tahar would say. Okay, if you can't get what we're saying, then we're moving on. It's that simple. Says it could be a piece of paper put inside you for all I know. Yeah, now keep in mind he said for all I know, as in himself. Look, or Sluggy, I think I misspelled that there. I meant to say, look, man, I'm going to come out and say this. If you don't see that the microchip is the mark, then you're lost. It's that simple. Then he said, once again, you can't prove it. Then I said, okay, let's look at it this way. How can you say Babylon the Great is the Vatican if it don't say in the scriptures that it's the Vatican? Then he said, fair enough. Oh, just like in that ERB battle, right? When McDonald or Burger King told McDonald, hey, I'm going to run circles around you like my onion rings. And then Ronald McDonald was like, I mean, your onion rings, they are pretty good, but that verse was lifeless. One of my top favorites. But, I'll give him that. He said, yeah, fair enough. I'm willing to say that there is a chance I could be wrong, and I can respect that. That is good that you can admit that there is a chance that you could be wrong. I can respect that. Just like that one dude on there, Day Damn Devil Demon Dreadlord, right? On there saying, if you go to his YouTube page and then go to the the picture behind, what do they call it? The picture in the back at the home page of his channel, it says the most feared the bather, the #1 educator in the world. That man, I mean, I haven't seen the sucker that soft since Banicula. And I'm not even being sarcastic anymore. I mean, that dude, that just takes the cake right there, man. I mean, all these little guys like Rich Nibbler, saying that they are intelligent and all that. Those guys, we'll give them a free pass. But I mean, that dude, Dreadlord, Daydamn Devil Demon Dreadlord, that's a new level of stupidity right there. That is, I mean, I haven't seen someone so foolish. I don't even know what to say, to be quite honest. I don't even know what to say about that dude at this point anymore. All right, dude's on there saying that there's no such thing as a soul. I mean, come on, man. Scriptures, I mean, there's just too many scriptures that mention the word soul or spirit. Okay, I mean, come on, man. And yet you guys still follow that guy? Come on. Let's see. They said, that's good. You will admit that, side note, you're wrong. Yeah, you are wrong. So even though you'll admit that you could be wrong, being humble, well, I'm just going to come out and tell you you are wrong. Okay, because what you're saying is not in line with the scriptures, man. All right? Now, do I hate you? No. But with that being said, the scriptures speak about rebuking. Okay, so I'm going to rebuke you because your statement is incorrect and not in line with the scriptures. Okay, it's not in line with the scriptures, man. Okay, so you are totally going off. Okay, so anyway, the point of the lesson is the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. If anybody doesn't know this, well, you better learn it fast, because if you don't, well, then that's really a sin unto death right there if you don't know it, man. That's why it says, what is that? Revelation, the 22nd chapter, verse 18 and 19. If any man takes away from the word of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take his name out of the book of life. And then if any man adds to it, the Lord shall send upon him the plagues that are written in this book. That book is referring to the whole book of the scriptures, not just the book of Revelation. Okay, but the point of the matter is very simple. Okay, if you're not teaching this, well, then you're going off. Okay, but with that being said, all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yoshai, and I'm going to say shalom.